Welcome, welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. And Tom's coming to join us.
Hey, Brian.
All right, let me just share this first. So, welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed as educational only. That's because we're a group of people helping each other. We're not financial advisors. So please only take trades that you're happy to take based on your own analysis. There is a full risk disclosure bit about us as live session traders there. Welcome, Tom.
Hello.
Go through the pairs and have a look and see what the GO is. All right. Oh, gosh. Love it. Market opens and get a nice little pullback. Okay. ADCAD has created this little piece down here. Little wick off the bottom and then pull back up. I think the point will be, is it going to break off that the wick up, or is it just going to come up to this point, or is it going to drop? Anyway, it's slightly above the last completed brick at the moment on AUD-CAD. So is this going to continue downtrend and this just be a little bit of a pullback? That's the prospect. Or what it could do is get out of the trade and wait for another turn to come back into the trade again. Yeah. Let me just see. I'm just going to stay in at the moment. And there's the break off there. Yes, amazing how the whole anything that you put onto the actual onto the chart just moves, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Nothing stays where it. Anyway, yeah. So I'm of the thought at the moment that I'll stay in this. Whether it comes back up to here and back down again, still. I don't know, 58 pips or something, still profitable, but that could evaporate easy if it just keeps pushing itself back up. Anyway, yeah, stay in that one for the minute. Right, then we've got AUDCHF. Well, that's okay. That did a pull back, but nowhere near as much. Still 100 pips up. There isn't any. It could be a wick develop, but anyway, again, it's slightly above where the last wreck. It did go. Look at that. Turn red on the. That's interesting. But we've got crossover here, and that was the buy up. So whether this comes back to me, whether we go back into sell, we'll see. Again, I'll stay in this one at the moment. See where it takes it. If it's going to push up much further, I've got the break even in place anyway. Okay, AUDJPY. Pushing back down again. We've got the, I think it's today, is it? Minutes of the, yeah, it is. minutes for the RBA meeting. So that may push things around a bit on the AUD. I don't know which way, but I'm just saying it could just move things. AUD NZD, I'm still in the sell on that. That's all right. Still selling out. It's still below the last. Just move that out so we can see it properly. It's still below the last formed brick. So still got the sell there. So I'm staying that one. Price is down there. That's all right. That's good. Well, that's my stop loss. That's where it's moved at the moment. 1.7. Okay. AD Singapore still haven't got in. It's pulled back up. I'm waiting for it to potentially not break here and then push back down again. But you can see it. Aussie dollar basically got a bit of a push back up. It may come back up to this area here. We'll just see whether it breaks up on that or not. But ultimately, as we go sell into buy, now they've come back together again. Now, whether it goes back into an overall buy or we start getting back into sell again, because overall it's a sell trend. It has been for quite a period of time. Yeah, beautiful W's, double W there, or double M.
Triple bottom.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Eh? Incredible. Okay, well, we're only going to double up here. AUD at the moment. What's say at the moment? All right, AUD USD. I'm not willing to commit one way or the other on this. There's a fair bit of, imbalance going on up here that it could push further up. I'm just not willing to commit to anything at the moment. It's gone past up here. One week there, going up here. It could just bounce around inside there, Tom.
Yeah, I'm not playing with this one at all.
No.
I'm waiting for it to break one way or another.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, and I agree. It just doesn't want to do that. Was just a bit of a fake out up in here, and then it's just pulls back on you. Can't do much with it. All right, CAD CHF. And this is also bouncing around inside those couple of boxes and keeps coming to the would you call these anomalies, didn't you? Where it came outside of the
Yes.
anomalies. Okay. I'm waiting for this to buy back up, but it's still just playing around in this area. Yeah, it's just below that last brick. So watching it, we'll see what happens. CAD. Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. So not tomorrow, next day for you, I think it is. The Bank of Canada's making a rate decision. It looks like what Trading Viewers got is prediction is that it'll be on hold at 2.75, but they won't move. So if that's sort of expected of the market, it probably won't. It may not move here either. after Charlie's been visiting Canada anyway. You know who Charlie is, don't you, Tom?
Mm-mm.
King Charles out of England.
Oh, I see.
Because you guys don't have you only have a supreme leader. You don't have a monarch. Well,
I just wish we'd give it back.
I suppose. Well, there was a revolution. They got rid of the British. So, but Canada still has a parliament with a British monarch. Interesting. And we do here as well. We're not independent yet. That's how come we can have other people responsible rather than one person trying to run everything. Okay, CAD-J. Again, this is just like, you think it's taken off, and then it just sucks itself back again. There's not a lot of opportunities, are there, Tom? Not any longer term ones.
No, not yet. I'm still not in anything.
No, and that's okay. I've had times where you just sit on your hands as well. So just I got into those couple of AUDs and the USD CAD. I'm out of that, but I should go back in it again. Anyway, right out. CHF JPY. This is really interesting from just a like a standard candle, push back down, back up, take it all out, ready to push back down again, and it just is going sideways. You can see it over here in the bricks. It's like it tried to fake out down and then push back up, and try to down, back up. So getting a change, and the green is just following it up. Doesn't want to come out one way or the other. All right. Euro AUD. Now, I don't know if you can see it because I've probably got a thing in the way bit. But you can see it looks like it was taken off. We got along, it pulled back down, and then all of a sudden you get this non-event. So when market opened, got this one, like it's not even a doji, it's like a line with a dot in it. So price is below the last created candle there. And I think it, I don't know, just see the pull back on there. I think it wants to buy, just not got any momentum at the moment. You got a crossover here. It started pushing down, and now it's turned. Now it depends on whether it'll come up and break. Yeah, I think it's through there, isn't it, Tom? Oh no, there, probably there. Is that's the last candles down the, or the last brick sitting down the bottom there.
Which way are you looking? I don't understand what you're doing.
I'm looking for a buy. Hang on, we'll just go here, get a rectangle. See this here is what I'm looking at for it to potentially come up to. It means that these will cross over. I think it'll buy, but I should have really got in back down here. This is a bit of an error on my part.
Well, I was going to say exactly that. That's exactly what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
See, here's the downside, though. Because you still got that one white candle hanging down there at the top, don't
Yeah,
you?
I know. Yeah,
See
yeah, up
it?
over there. Yeah, up here. You mean this one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's a big candle.
yeah,
That's big. So that would be my high. It shouldn't
yeah.
come any higher than that.
Correct. Yeah, it won't break this up here. Should come back up to here and then push back off again. Potentially. Mm,
But I have mine marked. My personal setup is the last blue high before it's the one. One, two, three. It's the one
uh,
at the top.
right up here.
To your left, down one.
There.
Yeah, that's one. The white one's
Oh,
two. The
yeah.
one above it's three.
3 or
The line is
5.
four,
Yeah, yeah.
and five is the drop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right, yeah.
So I have mine. I have this where it's at now coming back
Up to here.
up to there,
Yeah, okay.
and then I'm looking for the drop,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
literal drop
Yeah, the drop off from
on the
there.
higher
Yeah,
time frame,
yeah.
which is going to be amazing.
But it's a little bit disconcerting what, you know, where it's at the moment. It's not doing anything.
Well, look at it this way. Do you honestly believe that that last blue brick that it made
Yeah.
is going to make one immediately after, immediately after, immediately after? Do you think it's going to go in a straight
No,
exact
no, no,
line?
no, 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 no,
So
no.
that's why I'm saying when you're looking at this,
Yeah.
just imagine before you get in that trade, it's going to pull back. It's going to
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
back. It's going to pull back.
Correct.
If you just get in your mind 50% of every move that you see,
Yeah.
50%,
Yeah.
you'll be amazed how often it comes back
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah. Because also too, you've got Tuesday, Wednesday in that sort of
Exactly.
scenario, non-farm payroll, blah blah blah.
Hell, it's
Okay,
Monday morning, man.
yeah, I know. Oh, for you it is, yeah. For me, it's Tuesday morning. That's okay. Yeah, correct. All right.
There's nothing but time.
Yeah, no, exactly right. All right, you're okay. Sideways out. Forget it even. Euro CHF again, sideways. It's just not gonna break, not breaking it. Euro GBP. We can whip through these pretty quick. Now, this is something that I think will buy back up again. So it's come down to here, hasn't broken the low, pull back up, but it could pull back and then go past it. So I'm just, this could be a bit of I really should be in this trade. I'll wait until I get back. So I'm just gonna change that, something to reconsider. Let's reconsider. But you're right. There certainly could be a pullback on that as well. Oh yeah. Euro JPY. Look at that mess. The green's traveling up, but look at it. It just comes back and up and come back. Like it'd be great if you're in that buy, but look at the turtle soups here. Look how it comes back and just like as you go up there, if you had to put left your stop, you just lose all of that. And look at the shorts. Short come in and then it just goes back the opposite way. So we're still in an overall uptrend on it. Are we at the end of it, do you think? We're ready for the sellout?
Uh, I feel we are
Yeah, I know. It's getting close, isn't it?
because on the weekly time frame, we're outside the rails.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
So I already have my 2 hours set up to be On
Just
the
sell out.
I'm setting up on the low side of the halfway mark
Down here.
on the 2 hour time frame.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, oh no. Where it's at blue at the top?
This blue over here,
No,
or
at the very top where it's at
oh
now.
yeah, here, yeah, where it is, yeah, the highest point.
That's the top of the halfway mark. That's the halfway mark
Oh,
for the high
really?
and the low. Yeah. And I
Oh,
mean literally at the top of that blue brick.
on
So
the
all I'm
weekly.
no, not on the weekly, on the 2 hour.
Oh, onto it. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Yeah,
halfway. Yeah, okay.
because if you shrink that
Yeah, yeah.
down
I
and go
will.
back,
Hang on.
you're only at the halfway point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got you now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From the high to low. Oh, why didn't that? Hang on. Yeah, well, you're not even quite. Yeah, go up a bit more, you reckon, and then
I mean, close enough.
yeah, yeah. You
Right.
look
So I'm
between
waiting
friends, it's close enough.
right, exactly. So I'm waiting
Yeah.
for this to drop
Mm-hmm.
and tap the other side of this rail on the bottom side
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
This
not
one.
break this low.
Yeah.
And this is going to take off.
Okay.
It's going to come up to at least somewhere on the top of the 100% side over there, even if it's 3/4 and just come in within 25% of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And the reason I say that is because on the weekly, it's on the verge of turning around for a drop. It just broke structure for a push up, and now it's going to have to turn back down at least halfway
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to the rails.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's always
So
good
if it's
there.
going to have to come back up and test that high first, I'm looking at it to be on the, I'm going to get in on the low side of the 50% mark on the 2 hour time frame and
Yeah.
let it push back up however high it's going to go above that 50% mark on the 2 hour time frame. And then
Yeah.
when it turns here and pushes back down, I'm going to be in that short for a very long time.
Well, it's in a short now. That brick will be short.
Yeah, and
A
it's going to pull
current
back.
completed brick.
Right. So there you go. I
Yeah.
think it's going to go back up a little bit
Yeah.
because when it goes back up on the shorter time frames,
Yeah.
it creates the wicks.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
You just don't
Mm.
see it on the weekly time frame
Mm-hmm.
until the brick itself is created.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So anything over that 50% line, I'm assuming is going to create a wick.
Mm.
If it keeps going up and breaks this high, just bounces here and takes back off up, then
All
I'm
right.
still under the 50% mark of this move.
Yeah. 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 That's right.
So if it does go above the 50% mark on the move on the 2 hour time frame to
Mm-hmm.
push back up, only to
Yeah.
be pushed down again on this time frame, I will
Mm-hmm.
have 15 or 20 highs and lows within that time frame to
With
get
it,
in
yeah.
at any
With it.
point.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I work off the week, whatever that week's doing. We know direction because direction is strong in the higher time frame.
Mm.
This says it's going to sell. But at the same time, I'm looking at it doing something like that to the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It is.
Right there where it starts
Yeah.
consolidating here.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's
then
why I'm
yeah.
putting my trade as
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
buy for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
to start consolidating.
Yeah, correct. And if we go daily, you can see that that's what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's already doing that.
Right.
Hmm.
So now
then
back down to the 2 hour.
Yeah, now back to 2. Yeah.
Take
You
your
can see.
current highs and lows of the bottom of the blue here to the top of the green one at the top.
Hang on. Whoa. Where? From there to there.
Shrink it down. No, shrink it down a lot.
Oh, right. Yeah, you want, yeah.
Yeah.
I already had that on.
Right. So that's why I'm saying you just mark this area.
There.
All right. Then you pick
Yeah.
your high and your low where you're currently at, which is that blue and red one up there to the left at the 50% in the middle.
Yeah, here. No high, yeah.
That one, and then the white one at the bottom.
Yeah. There. Oh, do another fib.
Or something. Just put something there just to mark it for now.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll just do a fib. That's easy.
Okay, now get rid of the other fib.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. So now we have a new low, which is right there at the bottom. Now take it to the high, is the new high you just created.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Okay, you see where that's at? It's in the 3/4 zone?
Yeah, absolutely.
So 3/4 zones and quarter zones, you're going to have two things happen. You're either going to have it turn around or you're going to have it break.
Yeah.
What you're watching now, what you're watching are your two trend lines.
Yeah.
Price is going to do whatever price is going to do. Don't really pay attention to it because you're not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
You're looking for a trend line. You want these two trend lines to be up as close as you can get to that quarter area of the new high and the new low. If it goes into the 3/4 area, it's going to break down to come back down into this quarter area
to that,
before it buys back up. If it comes back down now into, let's say, the, what is that, 25% mark right there? And
well, no, that's 50 there.
What's the one below that?
Yeah, that's 25. Yeah.
Okay, so between those two zones, if it comes back into these two zones, anywhere into these two zones and turns, that means it failed to make that low. And now we're going to buy back up. And that's when I want to catch it at the top. So my half of the trade is going to be set up down here for the failure. When it fails, I want the failure to be the rocket ship that it has to buy back up now to get back up to the top on the left.
Just like it did over here.
That's right.
Drop and then push back up here.
Drops and push backs up. It's the same thing every time. And the reason it's not going to go any higher than this is because you just swept the liquidity to the left. You just got all that money. So now because it's got to do a pullback, because it's got to have money to beat that high, it's going to come back down into this group here. And where's it going to come back down to? To that blue one right there where that line hit green. Nope, back down to your left where the blue candle hit the green line. That's the candle you want to mark off.
Oh, right, okay, there you reckon. The one sitting down there on its own.
Meaning it should not beat this area coming back down. So when you see this dropping, you're like, it's gonna go. Anything below this, if this thing does drop down here, anything below this white bar, I'm looking to buy back up once it comes across it. Because I want that bigger buy. Because I think on the higher time frame, though, weekly, it's showing me that we're looking for a buy.
Well, no, you're looking for a sell, but in longer term, but in the shorter term, it's to buy back.
Right. You're absolutely right. In the shorter term, I'm looking for that buy to get back to the top, but ultimately I am looking for the longer short out of it. And so this is going to give me about 15 of these setups
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
By the
Exactly.
time it gets back to where it's got to shoot down again,
Yeah.
it's going to go up and it's going to go down, up and down, up and down, up and
Yeah.
down, up and
Yeah.
down, up and down. And I'm just looking for that long term curve right back down on a higher time frame
Hmm. And just riding it.
and just riding it. Putting,
Yeah.
I'd rather, I'm actually, dig this. I'm looking at upping my numbers because I'm taking such few trades
Yeah.
because the trades I want to put on now are going to last hopefully a year or two.
So what are you talking about? Upper numbers? You mean upping
From
your
minimum
lot
minimums,
size?
yeah, from minimum lot size
Okay. You're right. Okay.
to a percentage of my account now,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
percentage.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. That makes sense. All right. That's your JPY. Rightio, you're at NZD, and very similar to the AUD, but still, like we've got the crossover. Yeah, so many points down here. We'll be doing pullbacks, but yeah, personally think this is going to be pushing back down again. Well, like it is, but going to go further. Euro Singapore, it's not something that you trade. Look at that push back up. Wow. Yeah.
It's almost identical to Euro USD.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, because yeah, Singapore dollar's a bit of an interesting little. Yeah, right. If you go Euro USD, it is similar, but a lot of those euros are. I think the euro is getting a bit of strength. What's some of these things? Inflation. Oh, it looks like they're coming down a bit even further in inflation. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. They're talking about lowering the interest rate. Euro. Okay. Rightio. So inflation's down. They're talking about lowering interest rate. Oh, that's it won't do much for the dollar in the interim though. It's pushing up. It's like, oh, when's that going to be? That's not until the 5th. Okay, Thursday or something. Okay, no later in the week, and then you got another fun payroll. Okay, all right. Euro USD, similar thing, jumping around all over the place. I really thought we were going to get this sellout. It's just come down and pushed itself back up again. US dollar still is. I was reading an article this morning, Tom, while I was waiting to go on talking about the, I can't remember, it was America, international attitude towards America versus China. The US is like plummeted into negative, and China's gone from negative into positive.
Mm-hmm.
Totally opposite to what you know, when you drink your own Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I follow well, I call him young. He's probably in his late 20s, early 30s. Uh,
Mm,
he's a young,
that is young.
yeah, to
Yeah.
me, that's young. Uh, so I follow him on Facebook, and
Yeah.
he talks about what China's like. He'll field American questions and explain what China's like. It's pretty fascinating. He'll go
It's
shopping. You know, I spent $13 today, and it's like two baskets full of food.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, no. It's a
in
different.
his little single person luxury apartment. He's
Yeah,
like, man, everything's so cheap here. Everybody's so nice.
yeah, Yeah. 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 No, it's interesting. My one of my daughters is with my brother over in China currently. So my brother gets made and imports into Australia big truck trailers, low loaders for putting diggers on and stuff like that, and tippers, and he brings those sorts of things, and tiny homes and a whole lot of stuff. Brings it in from China. So he's over there at the moment doing, I don't know, working out stuff, whatever. He's been doing it for quite a few years now. So they bring them in here and then sell, do whatever they got to do. So they got a big workshop here that they fit them out with different rams and bits and pieces and get them registered and then sell them. The same thing with the tiny homes. They just sell them to people who want to put them on, on blocks and that. But yeah, interesting sort of thing. I said very friendly and pretty easy. I just want to sell stuff. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the labor's obviously very cheap.
Right.
But but they still have a pretty good standard of living. So that's the thing, I don't know, the American dream and is a bit of an interesting.
Joke.
Well,
You got to be asleep to have it.
yeah, but you guys, like, sorry, I don't mean you personally, but people in the US, it's like they've just believed their own brainwashing. It's just like the rest of the world goes like, you guys live it in the real, like anyway. It's just and I think also too. I mean, what for me, one of the analogies is of like big powerful Russia and tiny little Ukraine, and and Russia still hasn't been able to just run them over. I mean, it just. I'm not saying they should or would, but just shows that the perceived imbalance is in actual fact not reality.
Right.
Um, and
But they
there's
proved
great,
that yesterday, didn't they? Or the day before with those
yeah,
strikes?
yeah, yeah. Well, I think there's a certain amount of Russia believing its own, drinking its own Kool-Aid as well. Um, so, but yeah, it's just interesting. So I'll just find it the observation anyway. Euro USD isn't sort of going anywhere at this point as well. They're sort of just sitting. So now, GA, a lot of movement. I'm trying to find stuff in the shorter, well, within a sort of a month, I suppose, of trade, getting into a trade that we're talking about something that will give a return over probably a month or so.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
I just want
Well,
to get in at the right time.
yeah. Well, I think this is the right time for GA, but that's okay from a sell. But let me just, I know I haven't, anyway, let me have a look at this one. We'll put on what I think longer term in for a short. But look, it's just all of these are playing around at the moment. They just are. I wouldn't have it that big, but anyway. The thing about it over here, like on the 2 hour for the bricks, we have had that, long term push up here, which was probably part of all of that craziness. And then, a couple of the trend bars, they've come back, crossed over. Now they're coming back and crossing over again. But I think this pull up here it didn't sort of go past that point. I think and we've got, like it's not a triple, but certainly double bottom here. Um, we'll go 1, 2, 3. So that now is a short on that. It certainly could pull back. Where was this? This would have been there somewhere, I think. Price is now below where the thing is. You can see it's dropped off as well. And how long? Look at that. Just short-lived. It just hasn't created, and it may push up further. But at the moment, we're seeing this sort of push down, double bottom, push back up again, not break that, pull back down. Now, it just depends on whether it comes up to break this high. It looks like it's coming back down to both of these trend bars again, which for me, it potentially, to be able to look at that for when I get back anyway, to make some commitment of whether it would be a sell or not. What do we got in here on that? Let's have a look at the daily on it. Ooh. Yeah. See, it's come off the top.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about to sell out. No, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way down here. I'm just, that's just where I think it's at the moment. Come down a break. It'll probably come down, pull back up, all that sort of stuff. All right. GCAD. See, that's different. So we start out with the GBPs. The AUD is a bit is different to the. It looks like the Aussie dollar is getting a little bit of strength on it, but the CAD is not. And what was it? They're going to lower the interest rate, I think. Yeah. Oh no, they're keeping it the same. That's right. So this could just sideways out. GBP CHF. Ah, gosh, look at that. I put this on for a buy up, and it's like 2, 3. So let's see. I'll move that down here. You've got the crossover here. It's come back to it. Let's see if it breaks that or not, and whether it takes off again. So again, I'm looking for it as a buy, but I might now bring this back down here somewhere. Where is, I reckon, we'll see. Oh, well, okay. Entry could be way down here. Missed all of that. Where you could have then off here somewhere here, but you're always going to get pullbacks, as you just said, Tom, before. It's like, look at a thing. Just imagine you're going to get a pullback. It's fair enough, but that pullback would be then more in that sort of buy direction, though, right? GJ,
Or it fails and doesn't break that high,
and pulls back down,
and it gives you your triple top.
Yeah, it could. I think the British pound's pretty strong, though. It's pushing back. GJ. Again, this is another one, exactly the same. See how it's pulling back to here. Let's see if it come back to break and then push back up. Well, we go. That will go white. Yeah. GN. Now, I'm not well. Oh gosh, look at that. These are too much together here at the moment. Don't want to. G Singapore. Right, now that's one that I should be getting into. I think we've got this crossover separation. The other thing is that could do a bit of a pullback before it does. So, and GU should be similar. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure that Darren's in this. He got into that pullback here. And now it's pushing back up again. This is where I said I thought it would. 1, 2, 3. I'm too late for it. Not too late, but we'll see. Should have been in it. NZD's rubbish. But look at that. Pushed up significantly the last. Could be a little fakey. I'm still, look at it. How sideways is this? It's going to have to start making some significant pushes. That as well. NJ. Again, nothing. NU. What happened to New Zealand? What happened to New Zealand? Was there anything? Oh, that's weird. Calendar. It lists new. Oh, it does. Overseas trade index. The only thing. Okay. I've never seen something like that. That's pretty insignificant. Do those sorts of things. There's nothing else in here. Okay. Well, that's not it. That's it. Yes. Oh, no, that's, oh, yeah, NU. That's interesting. This is going to be fake out here, I reckon. We'll do a pullback and then we'll see whether we continue it or not. Singapore, Japanese yen. No. UCAD was the one I was in for a sell. Got out when it pulled up. And now it's dropping back out again. Missed that one. See what happens here. Whether it breaks and then pulls back, I'll look at getting into it in the next iteration. USD CHF. That as well. UJ, that should have dropped, yeah. Still not anything that's worthwhile. USD Singapore. Come on, 2, 3. Reckon that'll break the bottom there. Okay. Gold is back up 3,380. And a significant push up too. Necessarily hasn't broken top, but US dollar struggling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Now, what's the next bit? Silver. Oh, whoa, what the? That's a big push for silver overnight. But gold as well, I suppose. Bitcoin is still mulling around the 103, 104, 105. And where is this oil? 60. Oh, it's come back up a little bit. Okay. Worldview is things might get a bit better. Okay.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll just pull back though. There's not a lot of momentum in them. I mean, it depends on whether these. I think it's still going to come down further. These will have to meet crossover before we get any buy out of it. All right.
That?
That's oil.
Oil.
Yeah, US oil. And Darren follows this one, but it's not doing anything really. Okay. And the DAX, what's the DAX up to? Yeah, it's all sort of coming there too. All right, then. Well, that's us for today.
All right.
Rightio. Take it easy, Tom.
Yeah, we'll see how things go.
We will. And it's good looking at daily and weekly back out too, but we get shorter with longer terms. Okay.
Right.
No worries. Ciao.
All right.